So we are discussing the bond duration. Bond duration. Bond duration, it is just a time in which the value of the bond is recovered. The value of the bond is recovered in certain time. The investment manager, they have got lot of investments and they look after the bond duration of each bond and they take decision whether the duration period has been reached. It is just like a payback period. Suppose the bond has a face value 100, total cash flow 150 in 5 years, 10% coupon rate, and its price of the bond is say 98 rupees. That is, in how many years the bond is going to recover that 98 rupees, because the investor has purchased the bond at 98. In how many years he will get back the money? That is called bond duration. This bond duration helps you to find out the duration of the bond in different bonds separately, and the investment manager is always interested to find out the payback period of the bond, and this payback period of the bond is called bond duration. So bond duration, it is a duration of bond to recover the amount of bond, that is intrinsic value. Intrinsic value, or I can say price of the bond, to recover the amount of bond, that is price of bond, price of bond. Intrinsic value or price of bond. Price of bond. So during which period, during that period, what is the duration by which the amount is recovered from the bond, and that is called bond duration. There are different methods are there. Out of this, Maclay method, that is Maclay duration, we call it Maclay duration. Maclay duration. Maclay duration is very prominent. Maclay duration is also a way or a system of finding the bond duration. So with this Maclay duration we can find out the bond duration period. That is the period in which the investment value or the price of the bond is recovered. Just before Starting with Maclay duration, I want to tell you the bond price. Bond price, it is the sum of present value of future cash flows. It is the sum of present value of future cash flow is called bond price. Let me tell you, suppose say this is year 1, we have got a 5-year bond. This is 0 year, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Now at the end of first year I got the cash flow. Cash flow is very simple. The price of the face value of the bond multiplied by the coupon rate of interest, तब cash flow मिल जाएगा. So first year cash flow is converted to present value. Similarly, the second year converted, third year is converted, fourth year is converted, and fifth year is also converted to present value. And the sum of present value, sum of present value is called bond price. Sum of present value is called bond price. Or I can say this is the bond intrinsic value of the bond. Bond price, we can say this is intrinsic value of the bond. Intrinsic value of the bond. So let us start with Maclay duration. We have two ways to find out this. Maclay duration. There are two ways to find out this. One is formula base, another one is your concept base. This formula, whatever the Maclay duration formula, this has been given in your study mat. And you have to remember the formula, and the logic behind the formula is difficult to understand, maybe. Therefore, I go for the concept base. In the concept base, you need not have to remember all this formula, and we can find out the answer, the duration of the bond by Maclay method through this concept base, where you need not have to remember the formula. So we shall go by this method. So for explaining you this Maclay duration, let me take a particular example. This Maclay duration also shows you the price sensitivity. Price sensitivity. What is this? This means if your yield rate yield rate of the bond increases, price of the bond decreases. yield rate अगर ज्यादा हो जाता है तो प्राइस कम हो जाता है. So if the yield rate increases by 1%, how much the price changes? What is the sensitiveness of the price? मान लीजिए कि आपका जब 8% yield rate, bond price is say 92. If it is 9%, the bond price become 84. So this sensitivity is important. As the yield rate increases by 1%, your bond price decreases by ₹8, and we can convert this into percentage. 8 by 92. After 92 was there, and this is decreases by 8 multiplied by 100. You can express this decrease by means of percentage also, and it is 8 divided by 92 into 100. This is 8.69%. So for 1% change in yield rate, the price of the bond changes by 8.69%. This is called price sensitivity. Similarly, we shall also see if we change the yield rate, how the duration of the bond is affected. So sensitivity, consider two things. Yield rate changes. Yield rate changes. Price changes. Duration changes. If yield rate changes from 8 to 9%, we see there is a price change. Also, we shall do the problem regarding how, that is, duration also changes if the yield rate changes, and this is called price sensitivity. And this, with the help of Maclaurin duration, we can find out what is exactly the price sensitivity. So let us come with the example. Concept problem 1 on Maclaurin duration. Concept problem 1. Let us consider face value of the bond rupees. Face value of the bond ₹100. Coupon rate, that is rate of interest, 8%. Yield rate 10%. Maturity period 5 years. Find duration of the bond. Find duration of the bond. Duration means in how many years the bond price is recovered. because if it is recovered, then after that we need not have the bond, we need not have to hold the bond, we can sell the bond or we can dispose of the bond, right? So this is important to find out the duration of the bond. Please note down the question. Please note down the question. Yield rate is 10%, and this is a case where we have considered the coupon rate. Coupon rate is not equal to yield rate. So in this particular example problem, we have considered the coupon rate is 8%, yield rate is 10%, and coupon rate is not equal to yield rate. This is most important. That is your concept problem 1. So please note it down. Now I am coming to the determination of the duration. Duration of the bond. Let us go for solution. This is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cash flow. Cash flow, the face value of the bond is 100. So 8% is the coupon rate, and the yearly cash flow will be 8 into 100 into 8%. It will come to 8 rupees. Cash flow will be 100 face value into 8%, so 8 rupees. So every year you will get a interest of 8 rupees. 8, 8, 8. Last year में, in the last year you will get 100 plus 8. That is 108. You are going to get in the last year. The face value you will get at the same time 5th year interest also you will get. So total you will get at the end of 5th year 108. Now we shall take the yield value, that is discount factor, at a rate of 10%. And how to find out this? We can find out this 1 divided by 1.10 to the power n. For first year, n will be 1. For second year, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5. For fifth. So with the calculator, easily we can calculate this one. This will be 0.9091, 0.8264, 0.7513, 0.6830, and this will be 0.6209. And it is very simple to calculate. Just take the calculator. 1 division 1.10 equal, go on equal 1, 2. In this way you can find out. Then we shall find out the discounted cash flow. Discounted cash flow. We shall multiply the cash flow with discount factor, and we shall find out the discounted cash flow. And this will be 7.27, 6.61, 6.01, 5.46, 67.06, 6. This will be your discounted cash flow. Then the total of the discounted cash flow is called price of the bond. Total of the discounted cash flow is called price of bond. This is the present value of future cash flow. Exactly this is equal to the value of the bond. $92.41. Then we shall go for proportion. Proportion means this cash flow and the total. This is how much of the total. Each year cash flow, each year discounted cash flow is how much proportion of the price of the bond. Each year discounted cash flow, the proportion is like this. Just I am writing proportion equal to cash flow by price of the bond, cash flow of each year divided by price of bond. This is your proportion. So we can find out 7.27 division 92.41 equal. In this way we have to calculate the proportion, and the proportion will be, this is 0.079. Similarly, if we can take it 6.61 by 92.41, we can take it 0.071. Similarly, the same thing in the same way we can calculate 0.65. Similarly, we can calculate 0.59, and this will be your 0.725. And if you make a total of the proportion, this will be this is 1. This should always be 1, because the sum of the proportion will be 1. Sum of the proportion will be 1. Then we shall find out the time weights. Time weights. So what are the time weights here? Time weights is nothing but you have to multiply this proportion into year. This is proportion into year. This is your time weights. So in the first year, 1 into 0.079. This will be 0.079. This will be 0.079. Similarly, this will be 0.072 multiplied by 2. And this will be coming to 0.144. 0.144. Now we can take 0.195, 0.236, and this will be 3.625. This we can find out. So in this case also the proportion is 0.725 multiplied by 5. In this way we can find out the time waits. So it is coming to 4.279. .279 is the duration of the bond. So bond duration is 4.279 years. Bond duration .279 years. That means you need not have to wait for 5 years. In 5 years your total cash flow is coming 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, 108, it comes to 140. In the 5 years your total cash flow coming to 140 rupees. But you need not have to wait for 5 years to redeem the bond. You can surrender the bond or dispose it off in 4.279 years and your money will be recovered. Your value will be recovered. This is just a payback period of the bond. And the shorter is the payback, happier is the fund manager, because they can dispose of the bond in any way. After the payback is over, that means you get your invested money back. So bond duration for this problem is 4.279 years. And we see the bond duration is less than 5 years. It is not possible that always the bond duration will be less than 5 years. Not that. In some cases, the bond duration is exactly equal to the maturity period. That we shall discuss later on. Then let us come to, this is a case where our coupon rate and the yield rate was not same, and yield rate was greater than the coupon rate. Let us come to another example or another problem, one problem where both the rates are same. So please take it down. Have you taken it? Swapnil, have you taken it? Let us come to another problem, concept problem 2, where coupon rate is equal to yield rate. In this case, how we can find out the duration of the bond? So let us consider a bond face value of the bond, say rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000 face value, coupon rate 8%. That means each year you will get 8% interest. Yield rate is also 8%. So let us calculate the value of the bond as well as the duration. And maturity is 3 years. 3 years is the maturity period. Let us take, that is year 1, 2, 3, and cash flow will be your 10,000. This is the yearly cash flow. 10,000 into 8%. So cash flow will be 10,000 into 8%. It comes to rupees 800. Similarly, here also 800. Here also you will get 800 plus 10,000. So it comes to 10,800. And the total amount is your 12,600 is the total cash flow. Total cash flow is your 12,600 in 3 years. Now again we shall go for discount factor at a rate of 8%. We shall calculate discounted cash flow. We shall calculate proportion time waits. As we have calculated in the earlier problem, the similar principle is applicable here. Only thing is that we have taken the yield rate at 8%. So it comes to 0. How to find out? 1 divided by 1.08 to the power n. For first year it will be 1. For second year n will be 2. For third year it will be 3. 0.9259 8573 7938. So this is the discount factor here. And this will be, this is 741 rupees. You just multiply this 800 with this one. I have ignored the paisa, I have ignored it. And this will be 686. 800 multiplied by 0.8573. This will be coming like this. And this is 8573. 8573. If you make a total here, that is discounted cash flow, the total it comes to 10,000. It comes to 10,000, the discounted cash flow. And in this case we have to find out the proportion the same way. Proportion will be 741 divided by 10,000. This is one proportion. as we have calculated in problem 1, in this way we have to calculate proportion here also. Point 0741, 0.0741, point 0686, this is 0.8573. This total proportion should be equal to 1. Total of the proportion should be equal to 1. Then time weights, how we can find out? Proportion multiplied by the year. Proportion multiplied by the year, we can find out the time weights. So time weight for the first year will be 0.0741, and this will be 0.0686 multiplied by 2. Zero 0.1372. 2 multiplied by 0.0686. Then we shall come to this one, 0.8573 multiplied by 3. It comes to 2. This will be your 2.57. This will be your 2.5719. 2.5719. This will be your and the total is 2.783. 2.782. This will be 2.782. So the duration of the bond of this is this one, 2.782. I now want to tell you, if the yield rate and the coupon rate are same, yield rate and coupon rate are same, you see the value of the bond is equal to the face value. Where yield rate and coupon rate are same, the value of the bond, this is your price of the bond. Price of bond. The price of the bond is equal to face value of the bond. So in this case, price of bond is equal to face value of bond. So price is equal to your face value of bond. This is the value of bond. So this is a case where coupon rate and yield rate are same. But the thing is that how we can, in the 3 years we will get the total cash flow 12,600. but in 2.782 years we shall get back the price of the bond, that is 10,000. So with this year, with this duration, we shall get back the price of the bond, that is 10,000 we shall get back. Now the logic is, how this, what is the, this we are doing little bit mechanically, and I want to tell you what is the logic behind this. We all are doing some sort of mistake in our concept of cash flow. I am telling, I shall come to this discussion later on. So let us find out the mechanism, the concept, how this duration of the bond is justified. How this duration of the bond is justified. We are doing mechanically, but we can also check out this figure so that our fundamentals will be clear. So please take it down. Please take it down. Duration of bond explained. Duration of bond, we shall try to find out whether the duration, what we get over here, whether we get the same thing or not. Let us take the sum from concept problem 2. Let us consider the concept problem 2, and we shall find out how the bond duration we are justified. Let us see here. 1, 2, 3. This is a 3 years period bond, and say cash flow. In the first year, we deposit rupees 10,000. We purchase the bond by payment of 10,000, because the price of the bond we have found out in concept problem 2 as 10,000. This is the price of the bond. Face value was also 10,000, but we are taking the price what we are paying for acquiring the bond. This is 10,000, and rate of interest is 8%. So it comes to 800. At the end of the year, at first year end, your 10,000, you just deposit, interest is 800, it becomes 10,800. Actually this happens. Your interest is reinvested there. So when interest is reinvested, your interest will increase. In the next year, your investment is 10,800, and you will get on 10,800 you will get 8% interest, and it will be 864. So this is 10,800 into 8%. This we can get out. And at the end of second year, we shall get this plus this. Our investment will be more. 10,800 plus 864, it comes to 11,664. In the third year, this will be invested again. Actually, in compound interest, this is going on. So 11,664. With this, we shall apply again 8% interest. It becomes 933, and the total comes to 12,500. This will be 12,597. Now the question is, 12,597 is in the third year, it will go on reinvesting the interest. The total amount will come to 12,597. But my cash flow is only in concept problem 2. My cash flow was 800 and 10,800. Total was 12,400. Now let us see. So 12,400 is my total cash flow. But I am getting in 3 years 12,597 if my interest is reinvested. Generally interest is reinvested. And definitely I will get back this 12,400 in 2 point some years. So let us find out in how many years. I have to find out in what time period. In what time period I will get back 12,400. So let us apply the interpolation technique. This is 2 years. So 2 years plus something it will come. So duration. You just find out duration payback. In the capital budgeting, when we are finding out the payback period, we are also applying this technique. And duration will be your 2 plus. So 2 plus 12,400 minus 11,664 whole divided by this minus this. 12,597 minus 11,664. So we have to come out here this minus this. 12,400 minus 11,664 divided by 12,597 minus 11,664, and the age, the period gap is 2 to 3 years. That is, gap is only 1 year. So we can find out this. $736 divided by 933. This will be 2.789 years. So this will be 2.789 years. In our concept problem 2, the duration was also 2.782 years. That means approximately correct. It thoda due to some approximation after point 2 places, in the 3 place there is some difference. Otherwise approximately correct. That means it was in problem 2, the duration was 2.782 years. It comes to 2.789 years. So 2.78 it is same. That means in this way, this is the reason, this is the logic behind we get back the money before the end of maturity period. Because in a real sense, if we take the money and again invest, we take the interest and again invest, our total investment will be 10,800. Similarly, this goes on. So this is the conceptual logic behind this. In this is the reason the duration of the bond is little less than the maturity period. Of course, it is not always true. That we shall come out. In case of zero coupon bond, let us come to an example of zero coupon bond. In this case, we shall see the maturity period and the duration are same. So let us start with zero coupon bond and check it out. Please take it. Bond duration for zero coupon bond. Bond duration for zero coupon bond, that is interest rate is zero. Zero coupon bond, that is interest rate is zero. Interest rate is zero. So let us start. Concept problem 3. This is a zero coupon bond. Let us take it is 5 years and it is a 100 rupees is the face value, and we can find out face value rupees 100, zero coupon bond, that means interest is zero, yield rate let us consider 10%. Yield rate is 10% and maturity 5 years. Maturity 5 years. This is our bond duration for zero coupon bond. So let us come to year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cash flow, as it is a zero coupon bond, so you put 0% on rupees 100. Face value is rupees 100 and we shall get 0. So each year cash flow is 0. Only in this year we will get 100 rupees back. This is our cash flow in the 5th year. And it is a 10% rate of discount. So discount factor at a rate of 10%. It will be 0.9091, 0.822, 8264, 0.7513, and this will be 0.6830, 0.6209. So this will be discount factor for 5 years. And discounted cash flow, this is 0 into this. Discounted cash flow for 4 years, it will be 0. And this will be this multiplied by 100.6209 multiplied by 100, we shall get 62.09. This is discounted cash flow. Now we shall find out the proportion 0, this is total price of the bond. Price of this zero coupon bond is 62.09. This is the price of bond, zero coupon bond. So we shall find out the proportion. Proportion will be 0 divided by the total. 0 divided by 62.09, it will be 0, 0, 0, 0, and this will be 1. So sum of the proportion is 1.00. Sum of the proportion is 1.00. Now we shall go for time weights. Please take time weights. And the time weights will be your 0. This is 1 into 5. 1 into 5, it will be 5. So in case of a zero coupon bond, the duration of the bond is equal to the maturity period. So duration of bond equal to maturity period. Duration of the bond is equal to maturity period. This is our concept of bond duration for a zero coupon bond. This is a zero coupon bond duration. Let us please take it down. We shall go to the next one, that is modified duration. Modified duration. This modified duration, it is an adjustment to Maclay duration. Adjustment to Maclay duration. What is exactly, what adjustment we are making out here? Is in this case, we are seeing if the yield rate changes by 1%, either increase or decrease, then how it affects the duration of the bond. How the duration of the bond changes if there is a 1% increase in yield rate or 1% decrease in yield rate. That is called modified duration. If we change the yield rate, how the duration is modified? Changing yield rate, the duration of bond modified. So let us come out with an example, and this is called, again this is called bond sensitivity. That is change in yield rate and change in duration. That is change in yield rate, change in duration, change in duration, or we can also change in duration by change in yield rate. Also, bond sensitivity also consider the price, that is change in bond price divided by change in yield rate. So this is case 1, that is change in duration due to change in yield rate. If there is a 1% change in yield rate, how the duration changes. If there is a 1% change in yield rate, how the bond price changes. This is called bond sensitivity. We can say this is A and this is B. Please take it down. We shall come out with a concept problem so that your fundamentals will be clear. Concept problem 4. Refer concept problem 1. Refer concept problem 1, and we are changing the yield rate. The particulars we shall take from the concept problem 1. Change the yield rate yield rate 10% to 11%. In the concept problem 1 it was 10%. Now we shall calculate the modified duration with 11% and see how the duration of the bond changes. How the duration of the bond changes. So let us consider yield rate 11% and find out the duration of the bond. So this will be solution. The problem we have taken from the concept problem 1, and we have added yield rate changes from 10 to 11%. We have to calculate the bond duration at 10%, which we have already done in concept problem 1. Now we are calculating at 11%, and we shall see what is the sensitivity here. So duration of the bond is 5 years. Cash flow, the cash flow is your total cash flow 140 at 11% discount factor. At 11% we can find out 1 divided by 1.11 to the power n. So n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, 4, 5. So discount will be, factor will be 0.65 0.5935 So discounted cash flow, and this is proportion this is time weights, and the discounted cash flow $6.49, 5.85, 5.27, and this will be 64.10, and the total is your 88.92. 88.92. This is the price of the bond. Price of bond. This is the price of the bond. Then we shall come to the proportion. this total comes to 1. Always the sum of the proportion should be equal to 1. Yes. And time weights will be 0.082, 0.146, 0.198, 0.236, 3.6. So total coming 4.26 years. 4.262 years. Now, if it is a 11% yield, the duration of the bond is 4.262 years. Let us go to the concept problem 1, where the duration of the bond in the problem 1, considering the discount factor or yield factor 10%, considering the yield factor 10%, it was 4.279. It was 4.279. So please take it down. Amit, have you taken it?
Yes, sir.
So let us come to, if your yield rate 10%, duration of the bond was 4.279 years. 4.279 years. Yield rate 11%, the duration reduces to 4.262 years. So what is the change in duration? Change is 1%, and the change in duration is your .017 years. So this is the change in duration due to change in your 1% change in yield. This is your sensitivity of the bond to change of yield rate in terms of duration. So in terms of duration, there is a change in duration. In terms of duration, there is a change if the yield rate increases by 1%. Similarly, we can check it. If it is 9%, we can also check it. But let us come to a sensitivity to duration. Then we shall come to sensitivity to price. Sensitivity to price. This also we can calculate. Yield rate 10%, the bond price in our concept problem 1, it was 92.41. Yield rate become 11%. The bond price again reduces to 88.92. The bond price reduces to 88.92. This is your sensitivity to price. So how much it is sensitive? So what is the change here? The change is 92.41 to 88.92. This comes to your 3.49. So what is the percentage change? Percentage change in price. This is price sensitivity to price. So 3.49 is the change, and it was 92.41 into 100. 3.49 is the price change. Earlier it was 92.41. So price sensitivity is 3.78%. This is your price sensitivity. Any question? You can ask any question, whatever I have taken out today. Thank you.